Okay, so we're going to review the objection handling. Yeah.
Because it's going to take you making a change. It's going to come with self-doubt. It's going to come with uncertainty. But on the side of that, it's the life that you want. So would you like me to talk you through the next steps and show you how things work?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so everything is completely personalized to you when it comes to you achieving.
On me, financially? Yeah. Like, you just never know what's going to happen on that side of life.
Yeah, I completely understand that. So investment aside, do you feel that everything will work for you in achieving that physique that you want?
Yes.
Okay, and could I ask you a few questions around the money? Is that okay? I said, do you feel that there's any way that you could fail if all you have to do is put your best foot forward?
Physically and mentally, no. But like what I was explaining to Alex is like the big financial thing. I'm very you just never know what could happen, right? Like recently, I had a situation with my grandma come up where I kind of had to stop working and I had to help take care of her, which was rough on me financially. Yeah.
Sure. So what essentially he's saying here is that he believes that he can't invest because of certain situations that come up. But the issue of this is that he's waiting for something that might happen. He's saying you never know what's going to happen. Unfortunately, his grandma got ill, and so that took a big hit on him financially. Yeah, sure, of course it did. How often does that happen, though? And obviously, you wouldn't be that insincere about it, right? You wouldn't be like, yeah, how often does that happen? How often does your nan get ill? Obviously. But what you would say is something like, sure, I understand. I mean, can I ask you a bit of a challenging and direct question? So how often does situations like that actually happen? Sure. So if we put the kind of extremer circumstances to the side, what is it that you feel makes it a big financial decision? What's behind that? Where does that come from? You can ask many questions where does that come from? What makes it a big financial decision? There's so many elements that you can actually fucking attack with this, but what he's doing is he's putting a wild card in front of him moving ahead. That's the big issue, and that's what you'll find with a lot of people is when they want to be awkward about it or try and find a way to make sure that they can definitely get out of it by putting a crazy excuse in the way. That's why. Because it sounds fucking horrible to call it an excuse, but it's like when people say the amount of times that I've interviewed reps or the amount of times that I've even done this myself. I've been on an interview. It's yeah, sorry, I've had to go and visit someone in hospital. I can't start until Monday when actually I've just got plans, right? No one can challenge that. Do you know what I mean? And these people are professional excuse makers. So you need to fucking attack that.
You just never know what's going to happen on that side of life.
Yeah, I completely understand that. So investment aside, do you feel that everything will work for you in achieving that physique that you want?
Yes.
Okay, and could I ask you a few questions around the money? Is that okay?
Yes.
Is it a case that you've got all of the money and you're just a bit uncertain? Is it a case you've got some of the money and we could possibly help you out in some way? Or is it a case you've got none of the money and we need to go and get the bellies on and go and rob a bank?
No, I obviously didn't come up with that, by the way. Just want to say, so when I'm reviewing my students' school, I do teach them other stuff that I've been taught, obviously, after 60k worth of investment. You'd hope to at least get something to be able to teach other people, right? But there's multiple ways you can do that. I would have personally just said in this one that other than the money, are you 100% in? Yes. Why? Okay. So let's say I was able to figure out some kind of way with the payments or way with the money to help you move forward. Would that be helpful for you? Yes. Okay. Are you sure? Cool. Can I ask you a few questions around that then just to see how I can help? Or if I can even help in the first place, because I don't even know if I can. However, that can potentially be removed if it's not logistical by what I mentioned before about attacking the wild card that he's put in the way, because that's not been destroyed yet, so that's likely to come back up. He's probably going to say, oh well, I just need another week, or I'm just going to wait until I get paid so that I have enough money, or something like that.
It's more of from after having my grandma just starting to work again, I kind of wanted to, I was explaining to him, was get all the information, talk to his team, and then get one more check under me, and then start it all up and drop a bag on it.
Okay.
And so, he needs to get one more check under him. This is exactly what I'm saying.
And what is that based around? What did you say, getting another check on you?
Yeah, just get another check from work, so a week out, I'll get paid again. I just wanted to get one more payday, and then kind of go from there.
So if you were to move forward with...
See, now, if you were to move forward with this, it's
would be the 6 months or the 12.
Yeah, this is where the conversation's just too attached to the outcome. You can tell because he's not picking up exactly what he's saying in the right way. I'll give you an example of he's saying he needs to wait one more week, but there's so many different what's the difference between now and next week? He's going to get another payday, but that literally makes zero difference between now or then at the end of the day, right? So it's well, at what point do you really want to fucking push the boat out? At what point do you just say, fuck it, let's go, I'll be broke for a week, but at least you'll be in you would have taken an action towards your goal. Because that's the whole mindset, right? That whole mindset is the issue. That whole mindset is the problem. Because he's saying that, okay, cool, if we wait for another week, then I'll be able to do it. But that's what he's been telling himself for however many fucking years before he's been on the call. I'll just wait another week until I do it. I'll just start eating properly next week. I'll just start eating properly. And then it's just like these continuous barriers and themes and patterns of delay are what are like, they are what the roadblocks are that are inevitably stopping him, that need to be broken in order for him to move the needle forward. So how do you break those roadblocks? Well, there's so many different ways that you can do it, but one, you want to highlight a cycle, right? It's like, well, earlier on the call you mentioned that you'd wanted to be in the best shape of your life for, let's say, I don't know, 7 years. And you mentioned that you haven't got there because you've given in to bad habits, inconsistent behaviours, and ultimately you've continued to put many roadblocks in the way. However, at the end of the day, like, do you see the cycle as well? Or is that something that I'm making up? You can tell me yes or no, by the way, then they're like, by saying yes or no, they're likely to buy in, right? Like, obviously it's not 100%. No, I don't see that cycle. Then you go on to challenge their lack of awareness, right? But if they say, yes, I do see the cycle, it's like, well, you living in that cycle, is that serving you? Is that actually helping you move forward? Or do you feel like that's actually holding you back? Because it can't be both at the end of the day, can it? It can only be one. So then the question becomes, well, what actions does the version of you take who's already in the shape that he wants to be, who's already as confident as he can possibly be and shows up as the best man for his family? What actions does he take? Does he move the needle forward and break the cycle, or does he take one needle back? That way it's not vehicle focused, like which program suits you better. It's what actions are you going to take to break the cycle that you've been in for the last 7 years?
I would want to do the 12-month for sure, but it's most likely to start would be the 6-month and then reevaluate at the 6-month mark and then probably do a 12 months from after that.
Okay, right. And so, like, obviously the last thing I want to do is take food off the table. Like, that's what I'm here to do. However, like, I do believe that we could possibly help you, and you do seem like you would be a very good fit for the program. So if there was a way that we could split it up into monthly payments, would that be something?
And then it's like, yeah, I do believe that we could help you. Plus, you would be a very good fit for the program. This conversation is now way too based around the program, which is a big issue because the conversation and the spotlight of the conversation should never be on the program. The spotlight should always be on the prospect, understanding about them. Because as soon as imagine if you're on stage and the spotlight's on you, you feel the heat at the moment, you feel the pressure. If the spotlight's to the left of you and you're looking at something that you're going to buy, you're like, okay, cool, the crowd can't see me. But you need to put that pressure on because it's not about being a pressure, like, pushy salesman. It's about giving them the pressure that they need in order to move the needle forward to be successful.
That would work better for you.
For sure, I would be down for that.
Okay, would you like to check that out now?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so you said the 6 months, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we'll have a look.
And that was maybe a bit too quick with like, yeah, let's check this out now.
I'll just I'll put if you can screen share, I'll put a link in the chat and then I'll be able to talk you through things.
Yeah, so like if you're gonna do something, like the sale's never confirmed at this point, right? He didn't say like, yes, I'm ready to go ahead. He's like, is that something that you want to look into? Yeah. There's like no objection has really been solved apart from the like logistical smokescreen, but you don't even know whether it is a logistical smokescreen. He just said he wants to wait till one more paycheck. So like, no one knows where the actual problem is in this conversation right now.
So there's an option to screen share at the bottom of the screen?
I'm not seeing one. 1 second.
All right.
Oh my God.
If not,
I'm not
it's not.
seeing anything for screen share.
I should be able to talk you through things anyway. So you can just go with the link if you want.
Okay. I'm in the link.
Yeah, okay. I'll be able to talk you through things. You'll just need to put your email in and stuff like that when it comes to the link.
Okay.
I've had quite a few fights myself.
Really?
Boxing though, not wrestling. So.
Oh, gotcha. I did MMA, jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, kickboxing, MMA. You're all fucked up.
Yeah, also.
Yeah. I'm putting all my information in. How much would the monthly payments be?
So it depends if you would like to split it up over 6 months or 12 months. So that's like, it's completely up to you. So even for the 6-month program, there would still be an option. There should be, depending on like obviously your credit score and stuff like that, to split it up over the 12 months. So it could come down to as little as around 270, 280 a month.
What would it look like to do the 12-month over payments then?
12 months, I'm not sure, you have to check on the link.
Got you.
Would you like me to send the 12-month program over on a link and you can check them out?
Yeah, let's see that.
Yeah.
When I do this, am I going to be paying for it right now?
Yeah, so like that's how we do things. So we'd be able to process the payment and then we can get you onboarded straight away and get the onboarding form sent to you and then we can get you onboarded straight away.
Could we do this part of it next week?
What part of it?
The setting up the money, the payment, all that, just because, like I was saying, I just want to get in the check underneath.
Okay, so is it the case that you wouldn't be able to do it financially now?
With me just going back to work like this week, I just don't, just in case something happens, I just want to have a little bit of money for the next week.
Right, okay. When is it that you get paid?
Next week, next Friday.
You see how it just seems like very like let me take your money, and like this is like normal to do, especially if you're in the heat of the moment. Like, it's a big mistake that will lose a lot of deals for any closer, handshake, whoever you want to call yourself, because like he is, first of all, on financing is zero down anyway, at least in most cases. So he should have said, like, no, you pay nothing today regardless, which is one way that you can destroy the logistical smokescreen. It's like, well, we can get you started with literally zero today. And then if they push back on that, then you know it's not the real objection. Now, second of all, when he's like, he just talks about when do you get paid, when do you get paid, essentially asking like when can I take money off you. But you want to make it in their best interest, not for the program's best interest or for you as the closer's best interest.
Probably next Wednesday.
Okay, so like it does seem like you would be a good fit, and it is that you do really want to do it. Is that right? I'm not being wrong there.
No, I do really want to do it. I just had a situation like with my family come up where I had to stop working. So I just want to get some more money under my belt before I decide to.
Yeah. Okay. I completely understand that. Would you like to check what the monthly payments are first, before we talk further?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. So I've sent the 12-month program over on a second link.
Okay, I don't get to the link. Can you resend that link?
Resend the last link.
Yeah. It never came through.
Is it not in the chat? It looks like it's sent.
Where's the Google chat like this? So I don't know how to get to the chat, I guess.
There should be like a little like a message like bubble.
Oh, I got it.
You got it?
Okay, so when it says payment method, I just click on card, Affirm, or Klarna.
Yeah, so Klarna or Affirm, whichever one. Either of them will work.
Okay.
Pro tip, Affirm is always better than Klarna. Affirm has much higher acceptance rates. But the thing is that within this, as this is playing on, like the next steps need to be presented. Like, this is what we're going to do. So I'm going to send you over a payment link. I'm going to talk you through the payment details. It's going to look like a load of first, don't worry. But what we're going to do is we're going to break it down together so that we can actually get you on board and help you take the first step towards you actually gaining your confidence back, feeling better about your clothes, and feeling like the best version of you that you can possibly become. That's how you pitch the next steps after the clothes. That's how you gun for the clothes, right? Because if you don't do that, you send a link, it's like, cool, crack on, I'm going to talk you through it. They're like, click the link, fuck, it's $1 million. Oh my God, what the fuck do I do? It's like, straight away that's going to incite fear within the prospect that you just genuinely don't, like, that you don't want that to happen at the end of the day, right? Like, anything that induces fear at the end of the call is like big no.
I was 5-0. And then so I destroyed my knee in a jiu-jitsu tournament.
What did you do with it?
I destroyed my knee in a jiu-jitsu tournament. Kind of sidelined me for a while. And then doctors started prescribing me opioids, and I just got super hooked to them.
Yeah. I'm actually currently unable to walk because of an injury.
Oh, what happened?
I snapped my ACL.
Oh, yep.
And my meniscus and my MCL. So I had an operation around a month ago, and I'm still on crutches.
That sucks.
Yeah, it does.
How'd you do that?
I was playing football with my friends.
Oof.
Mm-hmm.
You from the UK?
Yeah, from the UK.
What do you think of Aspinall's last fight?
Oh, well, he couldn't really do anything about it, could he?
No. It was his finger.
See, I also think here, just like, especially when you're talking them through financing, like the last thing that you want to do is just start waffling about like random shit. Like, you want to keep it small talk, like keep it direct, keep pushing the conversation forward. As soon as the deal's closed, do what you want. But the last thing that you want to do is just make it like a casual conversation as you're going through this, right? Because otherwise it's just awkward. Like, you just don't want to do it.
No, like, it's not his fault. Like, people have been slating him, but it's not his fault at the end of the day. It's not his fault he got poked in the eye.
Doing the picture thing now?
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, it's processing now.
Who do you think wins if Aspinall fought John Jones?
I think it depends if John Jones could take him down. If John Jones could take him down, I don't know. John's ground game is so good, and he's so good on the ground with his elbows.
Yeah.
But
they're both beasts, but I just feel like
Tom is huge.
Yeah, I just feel like Tom would be unstoppable at the minute. I don't think anyone would stop him.
He's looking good. Affirm.
Okay, would you like to try Klarna? Because that could be quicker.
Oh, yeah, I'll try it real quick. If I could make it work.
Okay, you want to make it work?
I still.
Here we go.
I mean, it says $239.56 per month.
Yeah, would that be something that would work for you?
Yeah, this is based off credit, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, it would work if I could make it work.
Okay, want to make it work?
I still wouldn't want to pay that like right this second though.
Okay. Why is that?
Just like I said, like I just had a family thing happen. I just want to get a little bit more money under my pocket before I decide to spend that.
Right. Yeah. Like, I completely understand. So, is it the case that you don't believe that like paying in full would be the right option right now?
Not even. Yeah, I just don't want to spend.
A great thing here that someone said to me the other day is like, well, are we both on the same page in understanding that paying in full is definitely not the right option here? Okay, and then like second to that, would it also be fair to say that doing nothing at all is also not the best option right now? Yes. Okay. And then you meet them in the middle ground, right? Like, you meet them where they're at, because then you can help them actually make a decision that's going to help them to change. You get paid, and everyone fucking wins.
Almost $250 like right now. I will next week, but right now, no.
Okay, that's fine. Like, the last thing I want to do is like take food off the table. So I understand that like paying that like wouldn't necessarily be the best option right now. Would you also agree that, well, you can agree or disagree that like doing nothing would also not be the right option?
Okay, there we go.
I mean, yeah, but I also have to think like financially what the best decision is too.
Yeah, okay, I completely understand that. Like I say, like I don't want to take food off the table. I don't want to put you.
Yeah, it's like when you say, "Oh, I don't want to take food off the table," it's like you keep saying it. It's like you need to be creative and come up with different different avenues and different perspectives on how you can go about diffusing the money, because it's probably not going to take food off the table, but who knows? No one knows. And then that's where it's like you need to get clarity on like the whole financial situation. Once you've asked, well, can I ask you a few questions around the money? You ask how much have you got in savings, how much have you got on credit, what's your credit score? Like, you have to get like an overall fucking debrief of where someone is, because if you don't do that, then you're never going to have clarity on how you can actually help them fucking change the situation that they're in.
Just put you in a difficult situation. So like what I can suggest, instead of paying like the full amount now, we could sort out like a small emotional commitment, just so you can tell yourself that you have took a step, you have like made the first step into the best version of yourself. So would that be something that would work for you? And then we can get a call booked in for next week to talk further.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't care if we're moving inch or foot or a mile. It can be 100, 150, 200. It's completely up to you.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, man. I think I should probably just wait till next week. I just want to be careful. I'm so worried of something coming up again with my grandma being out of work again.
Yeah. Okay. Like I do understand that. So like, is it a case that like this money would like take food off the table?
It's not really taking food off the table. I just am worried about something coming up. You just never know with the state of the United States right now.
Okay. And
my grandma's health.
Yeah, like I respect you. Like I completely respect you wanting to look after your grandma. So like, right. So is it a case that like making a small emotional commitment would put you like in a difficult situation?
Emotional commitment? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. So like the emotional commitment, what we say is because at the end of the day, like you have been through a lot, and it like to me, is there any chance you can put your camera back on?
Huh? Oh, is it not on?
No.
Okay. So okay.
Yeah. So like obviously the reason I say emotional commitment is because you have been through a lot. You have like you've wanted to make this change for a while, and it's because of like we agreed that it was because of the self-doubt that you haven't done this. So like I wouldn't do me justice letting you like leave this club without making the change. Like it doesn't affect me. Like it doesn't bother me. Like I get paid either way. Like it's not going to change. It's not going to change.
I get paid either way. It's probably not the best thing to say. Because when you say I get paid either way, it's like you're incentivized, or you're like letting off that you get paid off him making a decision, which is inevitably going to be causing him to think, fuck, okay, like he's here for the money, and so you definitely want to kind of go undercover as the sales rep. Like you don't want to be sussed out as a sales rep. You want to be there to help, and how you are really able to help someone is by getting clarity on their situations, by getting actually full-fledged fucking clarity on where they're at, where they want to go. Then when it gets to the objections, you have to understand what the objection is, not just the smokescreen, but the core fundamental layer. What is the issue around that objection? Is there anything behind it? Is this a cycle that keeps popping up? Are they giving you the repeat patterns and the repeat inconsistent behaviors or traits or beliefs that you found out further up in the call have held them back?
It's my life, but like obviously, like I feel like you would be a really good fit, and like it wouldn't be doing me justice to leave you off the call without making a small change, just to tell yourself that you have done something. Does that make sense?
Yeah, like I get that from you, but from me personally, like I just can't. I don't really want to spend money like right now. Next week I'll spend money, but right this second, I'm committed to it. Don't get me wrong, but the financial side of it, I just want to make sure I have a little bit more money in my pocket just in case I'm out of work in 3 weeks again, because I have to sit at the hospital with my grandma. Now I'm not
out of work in 3 weeks again, but he said he's getting paid next week. So like, do you see how none of it is adding up? And so when you in objections, when you can pick apart the incongruencies in what people are saying, like you begin to bring the guard down, because it's like, look, bro, like I don't care whether you do it or not, but like you can't bullshit me. Like I'm switched on. I know what you're saying and what you're not saying. So at the end of the day, it's like I can help you if you want to be helped, but if you're going to push back on the help, then it's like cool. And this guy's seeing it as spending money. We see like a big issue is that it's not spending money. It's not spending money. It's investing money. It's investing into his future. And that's how the commitment needs to be framed, of like, well, why don't we would you be open to making an emotional commitment? And at this stage, he's most likely to say no. The reason why he's likely to say no, again, to go back to the point before, is because there is no clarity on the actual situation.
I don't need any money, and I'm in a tight situation and can't pay rent.
Yeah, like obviously, like I said, I completely respect the situation with your grandma, but you say that you're committed. What would someone who was committed do in this situation?
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but I have to think about the financial wise and being careful about that.
Okay. So is it a case that you believe that the 3K, the 5K is too much of a premium for you?
No, it's not that. Like I want to do the monthly thing, and I will be able to do that, but I just want to wait like a week to get a little bit more money. That's all I'm saying.
Right. Okay. So like like I say, like I don't care if we move an inch a foot or a mile. So like it doesn't even necessarily need to be as much as 100. If you wanted to put 50 down today and then we could sort the rest out next week, that would also work. It's just like to get that call booked in, like just so you've told yourself that you've took that step.
I think, but wouldn't doing this call be taking that step too? Because like I'm getting connected with you guys, like it just is coming off like that you're just wanting money now.
No,
like I'm just in a tight spot right now. I want to wait. That's all I'm saying. Just want to wait a week.
Like the last thing I care about is the money. Like I don't care about that. I just care about, I've been on like hundreds of calls with people like you, and I can see the way it's going to go. Like someone who has let the self-doubt creep up in their life before, and like when someone has a week to allow that self-doubt to come back in, it creeps in and it affects their decision moving forward. So like I know how much, I can see how much you want to achieve that life that you've talked about. However, I know that a week can change and that self-doubt can creep back in. That's why I'm saying that. I don't care about the money. It doesn't, like I don't get paid on whether you join or not. It like doesn't matter to me at all, but it does matter to you. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I guess I just need to prove to myself that I want this, and if waiting a week does that, and I'm back, and I'm like, let's do this. That's proving it to myself. But I can't spend money right now. I gotta wait. I would like to wait until next Friday. Or next Wednesday.
that idea of spending money definitely needs to be reframed, because it's been brought up like 3-4 times. And how you would reframe it is like, what do you consider? Do you know what the difference between spending and investing is? And everything in life, he's going to say yes, right? So spending is spending on something that you get nothing back from. Investing is what? Getting a return on investment for something, right? Or with the intention of getting a return on investment. So the question then becomes like, which way do you want to look at it? As you spending money, or you investing into the person that you want to be? Because we can leave this as a conversation, sure. However, how much benefit is it going to leave you, leaving this as a conversation? Because at the end of the day, what type of message do you want to send to yourself? Do you want to send yourself the type of message that you are committed, that you're actually ready to change, that things will be different? Or do you want to send yourself the type of message that you want to continue to wait a week because of situations that might happen? Because these situations can come up every week. For 1 week, for 1 week, for 2 weeks, for 3 weeks, for 4 weeks, for 5 weeks. Every week something might happen. How much is it? How much is it actually serving you to wait for those situations to happen? Or would it make more sense? Which one makes more sense based on the type of person that you want to be is a great question that you can ask. Cut that last bit out. Okay, so let's just watch the last bit of this.
Personally.
Okay. Wednesday or Friday, which one?
Wednesday. My checks normally come in on Wednesdays just because I get paid 2 days early. I'm not totally sure. Should be Wednesday though.
Okay. And like, are you going to allow that self-doubt to creep in over those next few days?
No, sir.
Okay. Why not?
Because this is what I want. I just have to make the right choice financially, or I could end up in a situation where y'all can't even I can't contact you guys at all because I got no phone service and no apartment. And now I'm on the streets, you know?
Yeah. That's the last thing we want to do is put people on the streets. So
I live in a very, very expensive state.
Okay. Right. Okay. So like, it does seem to me like you do want to do it, obviously. I just kind of hope you don't let that self-doubt creep back in. So what I can suggest is that we could book a call in for Wednesday, if that would be something that you want.
Yeah, can we do like Wednesday at 4?
What time is it there now?
Right now it's 12, but
you see, like now the followers being booked, and you can tell the energy's dropped a little bit, and kind of disappointed didn't get a sale because the fucking dopamine was rushing when you're about to make the sale. And then all of a sudden it's like, okay, I can book you back in if that's what you want. But it's like everything needs to be framed in somebody else's best interest. That is the key concept of influencing motherfuckers. Is putting things in other people's best interest, right? So if you've watched this video and you found it helpful, then the best way that you're going to be able to get more value is by going and following me on Instagram, and by going and watching the YouTube video that I put in the description of this video. But because I've now framed it in your best interest, now you're more likely to go and do it than you were if I didn't do that. If I was like, go follow me on Instagram so I can make more, so I can have more followers and look like more of a G. Like, I couldn't give a fuck about that. But like, I genuinely care about providing value to this space full of fucking overcooked and underexperienced mentors, coaches, and people who just genuinely don't have the fucking nuts to back up what they say. But yeah, I feel like this definitely could have been closed. But what I also do feel is that like everything else was done well. I've watched the rest of the call. It was actually a really good call. But the issue is that when we get to an end of a call and we just focus on getting the money, it's always going to put people's barriers up, because that's their own perception of a salesperson, right? It's like they want money, they're sleazy, they're pushy. So if you in this can go about it and say, well, do you know what? I'm not a typical salesperson. I'm not just here for the money. I'm here to actually influence change. Then you best believe that your results will fucking skyrocket, and everything else will become so much easier for you to actually make the money that you want to make and actually help the people that you want to help. And when you genuinely help someone like fucking shift and change, and you break down their mindset and help them see where they're thinking wrong, that's where you're actually just going to enjoy this so much more than you would if you were just straight up there for the money, because otherwise it just gets draining and soulless.